What's up, people? We are back with more of Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. It's really late right now, but I just wanted to record one video of Sound of Drop before I'm going to sleep, because I'm trying to sort of speed up this series a bit much, which is why I'm trying to upload 2 a day of Sound of Drop as well now, because I have a couple of visual novels lined up that I want to play, but this one is actually quite long in the length, right, story-wise, especially considering that we're exploring every single ending and option that we have as well. So I'm trying to speed things up a bit by uploading 2 and playing a bit more that I have time as well. So yeah, the aquarium is currently sort of crumbling, so let's just continue and see what happens. What is this? The aquarium! It's being worn away! As soon as we leave the director's office, we are shocked at the scene before our eyes. Spots here and there on the walls, and floors are being dyed in black. It's as though it has been eaten away by insects. The spots with holes don't allow any light to pass through, causing the darkness to spread. Little particles of light blue are floating up from the outlines. We return to the Fish of the World booth through the staff passageway. The path on the way there is in a similar worm-eaten state. On the other hand, the aquarium itself seems to be becoming light. If Sagi no Mariko's disappearance can be considered a crossing over, then the scene suggests that this space itself is also crossing over. One by one, the particles themselves seems to be the proof of the life that was here. The humans and fish. There's no mistaking that they are becoming the light. You don't need to worry, big sister. Since I freed everyone, this place is coming to an end. It's losing the life energy, the strength from the souls used to maintain itself. Mari, about how long do you think is left? I don't know, but probably less than an hour. An hour. In other words, that's how much time I have left with Mari. What happens if we're too late? You'll become fuzzy like the rest of us. You guys aren't supposed to get like that yet. I know that. All we've done up to this point would be for nothing. If we have an hour left, I want to say something to my papa. Mari, do you know where papa is? Yeah. Mari points in the direction of the exit. That man is towards the entrance. I'm sure he's waiting there intentionally. The director is probably waiting for you, Sayo. Then it works out for us. Sorry, but will you come with me? Of course! Say both at the same time. Our voices come out in unison, and we begin walking. There he is. I was waiting for you. Director. Papa! Naturally, it's not Hiyoshi Kenji that's there. This time, it's the director, the body of Sakuragi Isao himself, standing at the Tokyo Bay booth near the entrance. His body isn't transparent like Sagi no Mariko's was just before she disappeared. Thinking back on it, since he had a proper existence here, it would probably be more notable if he were transparent. Cases like Mari's should be the exception. However, his objective is supposedly to assimilate with the aquarium. When he does, I am sure he will cast off the appearance of his spirit. Sayo takes a step ahead of us and begins speaking to him. Finally, I can see my real papa. The Tokyo Bay booth is no exception, as it is in the process of having holes open here and there as it turns into blue light. Even as I look around, I don't see the giant whale that appeared in the director's office anywhere. If that was created by the souls or the grudge, then it may no longer be able to come together. The higher order beings swallowed up by that whale. They were said to be turned into mere grudges. But if the will can no longer take its form, he may still try to do something. This whole time, I've been chasing the truth. But no matter how much I pursued it, I couldn't seem to meet up with you, Papa. I finally found you, but I'm sure this is the last time, so I want to tell you how I feel. I decided to just watch. I needed to reach my own conclusion, so I think Sayo needs to do the same. At this moment, Sayo is trying to make a distinction. I cannot hinder her. Sayo, won't you come with me? Huh? Papa, what? Before Sayo can finish speaking, the director takes over the conversation. We are humans in the end. Nothing remains after we die. No matter how intensely we display our emotions, in the end, they are meaningless to this world. Once we cease being individuals and give ourselves to the collective will of this place's grudge, we can become something new. We would remain as one part of this world's reality. It is the purest form of significance, and in it, we become eternal. Now that Sagino Mariko has disappeared, my own directive is all that remains. What is he trying to take over and... What? Oh my god. I can't believe that during the first playthrough I thought that this guy was actually a good guy. If I don't create a new concept, then under the circumstances, I'll be swallowed up by the current reality of this place. But if you lend me your strength, Sayo, I can definitely achieve my goal. How can he ask this of his daughter? What? Papa, you've changed after all. I really don't get you. Sayo, you're so clever, so you would understand right away. I refuse. I have no interest in doing so. That's a shame, being rejected by my own daughter. The director's words are nothing more than words. He doesn't seem at all remorseful. His words have no weight, and his eyes lack emotion. Uh-oh, it's disappearing faster. Yeah! As if the room itself is expressing its emotion, its destruction progresses. The area at my feet begins to disappear as it is swallowed up by something black. That black, surely it's nothingness. Since it didn't really exist to begin with, the destroyed parts of the red Manten Aquarium are returning to nothingness. If we don't avoid it, we'll be in danger. Yeah, it's okay. More importantly, Sayo is a step ahead of us, facing the director. Even the increasing destruction around her hasn't shaken her. How long has this been going on? You being swept away by your delusions. Wanting to become a mere concept is something so stupid, even an elementary school student wouldn't wish for it. Sayo, this isn't an individual aspiration. Please understand. This is what you might call the cooperative desire of living beings. I no longer bear my will alone. The way I am now, I am like a CPU. To move this large machine, that is precisely my directive. The moment this world was born along the lines of my grudge, I have aspired to a higher order existence. The numerous souls were accumulated here for that reason. That's enough. When it was just about your grudge, I could empathize with you. But if it all had ended with your resentment and your hatred like a normal human, it would all have been fine. Why would you create the world of this red Manten Aquarium? Even if I didn't tell you, you could understand by becoming one with me. Papa, I can't understand your way of thinking. Sayo, I feel so sad. Aren't you my daughter? You should already understand that time is short. Come with me. Come with your father. Oh my god, this guy. The director extends his right hand towards Sayo. He places his hand on her head and rubs her head with soft movements. When compared with Sayo's seemingly small form, the director's hand looks large. At this point in particular, he definitely seems like a father. After staying silent and having her head rubbed for a while, Sayo looks down and bites on her lip. Oh, don't you dare fall for his tricks, girl. Sayo, you're too smart for that, come on. After about 10 seconds of saying nothing, Sayo finally clicks her tongue, as if she's become impatient. That's enough! Did she slap him? Oh, she brushes the hand away. In sync with her shout, she brushes the director's hand away. Was it me or did it sound like a slap? I swear I heard the sound of a slap, like... Okay, I actually just slapped myself in the face. Probably shouldn't have done that, although I'm a bit awake because of it now. But yeah. Before we know it, as if reacting to the intense expression of emotion, the erosion reaches Sayo's feet. Sayo! Oh, it's Mayumi. Dang it. Sayo! Watch out! Sayo shows no reaction to my words, and doesn't move out of the way. With that same forcefulness, she continues. I came here to say farewell to you, Papa. Trying to do something now will not change my mind. However, I have one final wish. Will you hear it? Sayo tilts her head and raises the pitch at the end of her sentence. Precisely because this is between a parent and a child, I feel like I can get a clear sense of the distance between them. Stop this nonsense. Be a good sport and cross over. It shouldn't be hard to give yourself over to the freedom Mari is offering. It's a hope the size of the eye of a needle. Even so, Sayo is gambling on the feelings her father carries. Yeah, if it's no good, then it's fine. Even so, I am your daughter. I've decided to maintain my sense of pride in being your daughter. Without leaving any time to hear his response, Sayo brusquely finishes speaking. She spins her body back in our direction and signals us with a bitter smile. I feel like I don't want to see that expression on Sayo's face. To see her trying to deceive us by hiding her painful feelings behind a smile. Huh? Sayo-chan! Oh no. Suddenly, Mari and I both raise our voices in astonishment, but unmistakably, the most surprised is Sayo herself. The director has grabbed onto Sayo from behind. Papa! Why? The director says nothing, his eyes closed. He seems to be holding on to his one and only daughter for warmth. It feels like a long time. He may be trying to take up the remainder of our time here. Even so, it seems the love he finds there opens his eyes. Within this crumbling world, the two of them together stand out. Will you please be good and cross over for me, Papa? I don't like the way you said that, Sayo. There's nothing I can do, since I don't know any other way to say it. Sayo, I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused. I won't forgive you, but since you're dead, it's okay. I'm not mad. The air enveloping them is a gentle one. I feel that since it's the parting of a parent and a child, it is more serene than it is sad. That's why I feel uneasy about it. Sayo-chan, it's dangerous. At almost the same time as Mari speaks, I jump up. Huh? It appeared from the floor. Oh, the whale, it's back. Oh no. This time it's less of a sort of, before it was a purple or violet-ish cloud or smoke whale, or at least the form of it, but now it's more, it actually looks more like not just the shape of a whale, but actually looks like it, you know, if you know what I mean. The black giant, comprised of the darkness of human hearts, the whale itself, as if appearing from the director's shadow itself, it leaps up from the floor that served as its sea level. Being only a second away from being consumed, it pushes Sayo away. Even so, the giant crashes into them, knocking them to opposite sides. Stay back! Reacting to Mari's words, the intense blue light envelops the room. However, the black shadow casts a crimson light, mixing it with Mari's light. The room is dyed in a violet that seizes my vision for several seconds until I can comprehend the situation. By that point, the light has already vanished. This is terrible! Too cruel! Using such a tactic to trick her! You're no real Ow! What happened? As I hurry to sit my body up, I feel the pain in my right shoulder from hitting the wall. Still, it's not bad enough to stop me from moving. I grit my teeth and stand up. Mari's gone. The director and Whale too. Could they? I wasn't able to see the whale for more than a second, and I couldn't see what happened after that at all. Just like when it appeared in the director's office, it was in the midst of casting a wriggling shadow. In that case, it is incomplete. I wonder if the true intention behind the director trying to drag Sayo in was in order to deceive all of us, to throw Mari and I off guard, then swallow us up. Sayo and I were able to avoid this fate in the end, but we needed Mari. Taking Mari was the equivalent of taking in the last of the aquarium's power. He deceived Sayo and is trying to use Mari. Whether as a human or not, I feel this is something unforgivable. We have no choice but to pursue him. This time, I have to save Mari. Before that, Sayo is... I spot her shadow lying face down against the tank on the opposite side of the room. The impact apparently caused her to crash into the tank. The acrylic side of the aquarium is smeared with blood. Sayo! There is no response. Oh god. As I try to gently sit her up, I see that her forehead is split open and a large amount of blood is flowing out. It seems as if the spot where she was beaten by Sagi no Mariko has opened and gotten much worse. I have to stop the bleeding, even just a little. I remember what Kenji-san did with his hands and press on Sayo's head with a handkerchief. In the blink of an eye, the light blue handkerchief is dyed red, the viscous blood sticking to my own fingers. The vividly red colored blood is proof that Sayo is alive. I feel no objection to or fear of the blood. Come on, Sayo. Come on. The intensity of the blood is decreasing. This is Sayo's, any person's ability to keep on living. It feels like I'm seeing a miracle. This is actually the first time where we've seen that blood screen and it didn't result in a bad ending. And that music as well. Whenever that sort of like dun 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 dun, you know, it sort of ramps up and you just sort of know that this is either gonna be a really bad situation or a bad ending. Her heart is beating. She's breathing. Still, I can't be completely relieved just yet. Just like last time, it is no shallow wound, and there's the chance that the impact may have injured her in other places as well. I have to get her to a hospital as soon as possible. I have no time for doubt. Even though the exit is near, if I move Sayo, I may not be able to go after Mari. Having made it this far. Why? Oh god freaking dang it. Wow. Go save Mari or go save Sayo? It seems I will have to make a choice once more. The funny thing is that I'm actually kind of hoping to get the bad ending first and then the good ending. Or at least the choice that makes us proceed in the story. Because I know there are several bad endings left, and if we continue with the right choice immediately, then I'm gonna have to go back to this option later. But yeah, even if we miss a couple of bad endings, it's not the end of the world, obviously, because if I finish all 4 true endings and there's still some bad endings missing, I'll just make a separate video of all the missing bad endings that I'll just look up for and record then. So no worries, we're not gonna miss anything. But yeah, who should we save? Save Mario or save Sayo? The thing is, yeah, because I'm gonna try and think deeply for at least a little while here, is that if we save Sayo, the aquarium is then surely doomed and it's gonna be consumed by darkness. So we don't know what form Red Manten Aquarium will take at that point, whether it's just gonna maintain the sort of Red Manten Aquarium or even evolve into something bigger, or just, you know, it could even turn into black darkness or black Manten Aquarium and just entirely be darkness. because it sort of feels like Mari is our only hope to both destroy Red Manten Aquarium as well as sort of our best way of getting out of here. Because what if we escape now with Sayo, and then are Sayo and Mayumi cursed when they escape, and do they have to come back? Like, that's sort of the thought that lingers in our mind, right? Because Red Manten Aquarium has to be destroyed in order for the curse to wear off. So the best options here seems to go and save Mari, which is why I'm gonna save Sayo to hope and get the bad ending. Is that really okay? Oh my god, it asked us again. Yes, we're gonna save Sayo. I sort of had a doubt again when the second choice came up, but we gotta stick to it. I will save Sayo. I stand up in sync with my decision. Up to this point, many things have happened. I made a promise with Himeno and came back here again. I was able to become closer with Sayo. I was able to part with both Sagi and Mariko and Kenji-san. I overcame numerous hardships. On the other hand, I came to know my own smallness as a human being. One person alone is relatively powerless. One person alone is essentially dead. That's exactly why I made this decision. To choose one thing. To not choose the other. Himeno denied this, but I understand it once more. I cannot accept what the director said, but we are all minuscule individuals after all. Wanting everything. Wanting anything and everything. This is what we call desire, but fumbling around carelessly just to fulfill it will not yield success. Just one strong will. I'm sure that this is the one thing I'm clinging to. Is it okay? I hear a voice. It's fine, Himeno. Is it okay? It's fine, Sayo. Is it okay? It's fine, Mari. Is it okay? It's fine, myself. Really? It's already been decided. Is that your answer? He who chases two hares catches neither. Isn't that how it goes? So it's fine. Me. Well, what's that? Huh? Behind me, a large black shadow. A whale? That's right. This is the shape of your doubt. Before I know it, my vision is dyed violet. You should already understand by now that no matter which you choose, you won't be forgiven. That's not true at all. You rejected yourself. You negated everything you've done up to now. But I had no choice but to choose. The whale is gradually taking form and finally emerges as one cluster. The whale becomes large enough to cover the whole room, seeming like a cumulonimbus cloud. You shouldn't lie to yourself. It's painful making this confession. I shouldn't have to doubt. I shouldn't have to choose. If you're in pain, then hurry and get swallowed up. The whale, with its large mouth open, chases after me. Before long, the violet world is cut off. I realize it, within this eternal cloudiness. As soon as I give up on either of them, my heart will break. Forever Cloudy 2. Oh my god. It seems like we did make the quote-unquote right choice after all, considering we wanted the bad ending. But yeah, it seems that we need to look at the bigger picture here. Okay, so that ending was Forever Cloudy 2, making me think that there's a Forever Cloudy 1. The problem is, how do we get it though? My first thought and instinct sort of tells me that to go the inverse choices by saying to go save Mari, and then at the second choice to actually change your mind and go save Sayo instead. I'm not sure though. So is that really okay? Then we're gonna save Sayo. I shouldn't have time for doubt. No matter what, I can't choose either one. In this case, I can take Mari back and call an ambulance and quickly return to save Mari. This is the only way. I'll do it. I will. I came this far. If I don't give it my all, then what am I doing? Jeez, Mayu. It's because you're still putting everything on yourself. Huh? Searching for the voice's owner, my eyes grow large. An unexpected person has appeared before my eyes. Himeno! Why are you here? I guess I couldn't sit around and wait either. Just like you said, I tried coming in through the entrance. I said, please let me in. I forgot something inside. And the security guard made a fuss, then let me through. I probably disappeared partway through the gate, but I'm sure I can come up with some excuse for that later. Making a fuss. Well, you caused him trouble, right? Well, it is what it is. I learned my obstinance from watching you. By the way, what's going on here? With all those big holes? This place has gotten dangerous. Oh, Himeno, what have you gotten yourself into? Like, we've brought one extra person now into this dangerous, collapsing place. It's not, I mean, it's not actually collapsing considering nothing is actually breaking, but it's sort of just disappearing and it's changing form into darkness rather than light. Or actually a form of anything, because right now the form is sort of taken the form of Manten Aquarium, right? But when it turns into darkness, I guess the only form that it turns into is the whale. But it would be weird if all the darkness is just inside the whale and then it's just a giant whale swimming about in nothingness. I don't think that would be the case. It's just like, I guess all the hatred and malice is the blue or just dark whale, and then it's surrounded by darkness as well. This place is coming to an end. Moreover, how are you feeling? A little fuzzy, like I'm fading into my exhaustion, but I am aware that I'm not myself, which probably means the medicine is working. I wanted to come here and support you. Himeno smiles with a The circles under her eyes tell me she's still not recovered, but I don't intend to refuse her outright. The liberation of the grudge that coordinated the Red Manten Aquarium, by way of Mari's powers, that will also lead to the undoing of the curse that has leapt into the outside world as well. Just as Himeno says, it's probably just the effect of the medicine. However, I believe that Mari led her here. At this moment, her being here, no matter how strong my heart is, I can't put it into words. I control the urge to embrace her for now, and I look into her eyes as I say, take this girl and go back to the real world. If you call an ambulance right away, I'm sure she'll be saved. I see. This is the girl you tried to save. Her injuries are terrible. Himeno seems to have finally noticed the girl laying on the ground. Seeing that striking red color, Himeno's pupil seems to contract. Even for Himeno, her focus seems to be wavering. But at this point, Himeno is the only one I can rely on. I'm kind of glad that the person I'm counting on, in the end, is her. I'll explain. After we get home, I'm going to rescue Mari. Mari-chan is your little sister, right? By going to save her, you... I still haven't explained anything. It's not unthinkable that Himeno would be confused. However, I don't have time to explain it from the start. I look Himeno straight in the eye. Trust me, and wait for me. I'll definitely come back. I squeeze Himeno's hand and say this. Along with this wish, I entrust her with my feelings. That is my intention. Just like when we were in the taxi, I expect to receive various objections. Himeno leaves me only enough time to blink, then responds. I understand. This is something only you can do. When you come back, let's eat ice cream together. Cookies and cream. I'll have a double order. looking at Sayo's watch. It's getting close to midnight. This is when I'm usually asleep, but in these circumstances, I'm not the least bit sleepy. There's no time. It's not just the time limit before the destruction of Manten Aquarium, but the end of the night of the full moon as well. Mayu, I believe in you. Himeno, carrying Sayo on her back, stands up. When she extends her legs, she wobbles and stumbles, but straightens up her back with some confidence in her stability. Sayo has about the same build as I do, so it should be no problem for Himeno to carry her. Don't overdo it, Himeno. Your health is the most important. What are you saying? I will do this, even if it's to the point of ridiculousness, because you entrusted me with this. Anyway, that should have been my line. When Himeno takes a step, I hear the sound of something falling. It's the keychain, the one with the jellyfish drop attached, the same as the one I dropped. It seems to have fallen out of Sayo's pocket. Why? Sayo should have had the starfish. She should have had Mari's keychain. So it was this girl then. I just realized it. When she bumped into you, this girl was the one who dropped the keychain. At that time, you must have gotten them switched up. It was something important to you, right, Mayu? You carried it like a charm. No. I put the keychain inside Himeno's pocket. Mayu? It's your charm of protection, Himeno. When Sayo wakes up, give it back to her. I'm sure she just missed a chance to return it, but I want to wait until I hear that from Sayo herself. Okay, Roger. Be careful. Right. Our exchange ends here. If possible, I want to talk with her more. If possible, I want us to go together. Even so, I will grant my wish. Mari tried to do that for me. Not so I can part with the past, not so I can part with Mari, so that in the distant future, I can surely see her again with a smile. This world really is going to end. No matter which way I look, it's a world full of holes. The black erosion continues, the blue particles filling my vision even more than before. I can sense them against my body, and I'm sure I have less than 15 minutes. This isn't the time limit of when this world will completely disappear, but rather how long I have left to get back going the way I came. I have no time to spend with Mari. However, I will rescue Mari, even if I only have a second. In the end, if I can just see Mari's happy smile, I won't regret anything else. But where in the world has she been taken to? Mari, answer me. I lace my hands together in front of my chest and pray. I don't even consider the idea that it probably won't get through. I believe. Every day is a good day when you save Mari, which is actually only once. Because Mari is connected to this aquarium. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't seem strange. Stir. Mari! Big sister! I got it. Wait for me! I heard it. Mari's voice. Immediately after, a small glowing fish appears before me. Its transparency isn't from its natural state, but likely from it taking form from the aquarium's attempt to preserve itself. It has a form similar to a tropical fish known as an angelfish. It has no stripe pattern, and the light emitting from its body isn't just light blue like Mari's, but has some gold mixed in it. Its triangular body is wavering as if it's trying to signal me. I run, following that form. As the angelfish wiggles along, it swims forward through the air. I realize after a little bit that it's to avoid the holes in the floor. I can trust in this little one, can't I? I increase my speed further. Oh my god, everything is basically just sort of eroding. Once we arrive at the staff passageway, the fish stops. It begins swimming in circles here, and I understand what it's trying to tell me. She's here, isn't she? A ladder has been prepared against the wall. The tunnel tank should be side by side with this passage. In other words, if I climb this ladder, I should reach the top part of the tunnel tank. It's a place for doing maintenance on the tank and giving the fish food. And the place where Sagi no Mariko was pushed around by Kenji-san and where Mari drowned to death. You chose this place on purpose, didn't you, director? I take a small breath and place one hand on the ladder. The angelfish follows along as if it's pursuing me. Oh, here we go. So the ending sort of takes place at this exact same location as the first playthrough, it seems, because I'm certain it was on this little unstable path or bridge or whatever you want to call it. As I climb up the tunnel tank, I instantly feel as if the space has increased. But that as it may, or be that as it may, the scaffolding is still the only bridge connecting one side to the other. The floor space seems wider than the ceiling, likely larger than an entire 3 stories. The deep water is insignificant compared to the places that have disappeared in the darkness. Oh my god, he's holding Mari! How dare he! The director is standing at the other side of the scaffolding. At his side, he holds Mari. Please let Mari go! He's holding Mari's neck between his arms. He can touch Mari. In other words, the director is already... We are already becoming an existence greater than some mere grudge. But I took on this temporary form in order to explain the situation to you. The director has seized Mari. She seems to be in pain, trying to resist him by pulling away his hands. However, her voice won't come out, as if her throat is being compressed, and all she can do is kick her legs as she writhes about. Wasn't it Mari's power that liberated Aquarium? And now the situation has changed. So your power has exceeded Mari's? There is no need for you to know. At this point, I will give you a warning. He ignores my question and continues. The water's surface is calm. I do not see the whale. Still, I am vigilant to the possibility that they could suddenly appear as I lend him an ear. Go back immediately. As long as I have this girl, your sister, within my control, there is no need for you to die. There is no changing it. This world will disappear. I recommend that you return while there is still a path. What's going on all of a sudden? Earlier you said it would swallow everything. The circumstances have changed. This is probably the second time I have said this. That wasn't you, but Sagi no Mariko who said it. At that time, Sagi no Mariko was also part of the aquarium. She did something stupid by vanishing in order to return to her individual self. The director continues in an uninterested tone. His inflection has decreased even further compared to when he was talking to Sayo. When you receive a present from someone, you are happy. When you are hurt, you suffer. When someone you love dies, you cry. When a child is born, you feel blessed. These are all emotions humans know without having to be taught. But it's a step above instinct as a truth of psychology. That's a general concept. This girl is a pure existence, close to the limits of nothingness. I wonder if you understand. She wants you all to be happy. It's hard to believe, but this desire is equal to a general concept. You all likely don't realize it, but this girl was already in the process of changing into her desire. This means she's being sublimated into a metaphysical existence. Don't say this girl! She has a name! Mari! Moreover, whatever her desire, it is Mari's wish. I say this as I glare at him. That's enough wordplay. Anyway, this transformation into a concept means that she will lose her individuality. The reason I was able to seize this girl is because she has sustained her individuality. However, combining with this highly pure aquarium is what I'm doing at the moment. It's due to her lingering attachments from her bond with you that she cannot be completely sublimated. After I finish dyeing the seed of a new idea that this girl created with the grudge that keeps this world in order, I will have it blossom according to my liking. That was my plan long ago. In the event you didn't go back, I could finish swallowing up this place along with you. If you went back, you would be saved. Either way, the outcome doesn't change. This girl probably wishes for you to be saved. I suggest you return to the human world. As the director says this, Mari stops resisting. This tells me that this man is not mistaken. If I go back the way I came, I will be saved. This is Mari's wordless message. Then Mari... Of course, she will be swallowed up by that mysterious darkness and will be unable to go to heaven. I don't know if there's a heaven, as that in itself may be a conceptual issue, but my desire is for Mari to go, laughing. Well then, you must choose. It's already decided. There's no other way about it. I will save Mari. Almost at the same time as I intend to thrust my resolve at the director. Oh, the whale! It's back! The whale takes form from above the director's head. Different from before, its shape is clear enough to know that it is a whale. It has completed its transformation, or not really its transformation, but it sort of felt like it was forming into this whale the entire time, and now it's at its final stage of completion. Once I'm consumed, this world will vanish within 5 minutes. That is your time extension. The whale swims elegantly throughout the room, tank and all. Despite the fact that the whale has once again taken on the form of a cloud, it stirs up the water, and as if a bucket were turned over from above my head, I'm soaked with water. And just like that, the whale swallows up Mari and Sakuragi Isao in a straight line. Mari! It's something I do almost on instinct. I charge across the bridge above the upper part of the tank and leap into the whale's mouth. The angelfish that has followed me heads into the whale's mouth as well, seeming to swim with all its might. Oh my god, we're all jumping into the whale's mouth now. It's not as if I have a plan. Still, the fact that I have this fish with me means that Mari wasn't completely swallowed up. He said that her bond with me is what's keeping her from completely purifying the aquarium, but on the other hand, maybe it's protecting her from becoming one with the director. Moreover, when Sayo created the whale, it swallowed me, but it was a phenomena completely different from being eaten. Just as he said, this whale was probably just one general concept from the assembled body of the grudge. It can't just be destroyed. Sayo herself said that it was the same whale. More than anything, if she didn't have an idea, Mari wouldn't have led me here.